the comments. I know, I'm like, oh, she went there. And so fast in the video. A very big thing that we do pretty much in every project. I don't think we've ever done a project and not done this. I think every project, maybe one, but pretty much every project we ever do. Well, hello and welcome to the House of Valentina. I'm Valentina, and today I wanted to share with you some of my top tips for creating a more expensive look in your home. Even though I work in the luxury market and I do have clients who have a lot of money to spend, and that can get you a lot of great stuff, you don't always have to have a lot of money to be able to create a look in your home that looks like $1 million. And I'm gonna share those secrets with you today. I hope you'll hit subscribe, come hang out with us, become part of our community. We have an amazing community. I always love to read the comments and how you guys get to know each other, and it's just so cool, and I know you'll love it. So hit subscribe, and also don't forget that you can also check out our interior design playlist. But let's jump into today's video for now. Cheers. It doesn't really matter what you do to the house. If it doesn't smell good, it's not gonna feel good. So I think one of the key things is to add a fragrance to your space. Now, a lot of times people will add those Glade plugins or use some of that spray. That stuff just is so synthetic, and I know a lot of you have said that you get headaches from it. It just isn't a nice fragrance, and it really degrades whatever space you're using it in. So take all the plugins out, just go ahead and just don't use those. I recommend getting a really nice candle. And one of my favorite places to shop is Candlefish because they're handmade in Charleston. It's an American brand, which is so cool. But I love the fact that they're also made with soy and natural ingredients. And so it's something that not only is beautiful, it's gonna help your house smell really good. And I have found that their candles, you just get a lot of bang for buck out of those. And it's really gonna upgrade your space. Immediately when you walk in, it's gonna smell good, which is gonna help it to feel good. Upsizing your art is an easy way to have a more elevated and sophisticated feel in your space. And now, it doesn't mean that you have to spend $1 million. You can get canvases. I do that all the time. I'll paint my own canvases. I've got one back behind me now. It does actually have more texture on it. You guys can't really see that in the video because it gets kind of blown out, but it is cooler up front, okay? But you can paint brush strokes on a canvas. You can add texture to a canvas. There's a lot of different techniques that you can use. I also look at home goods. I never buy them if they have the glitter on them. They just don't look very high end, and it immediately downgrades your space when you buy art with glitter in it. That's just my personal opinion. You guys can let me know in the comments. I know, I'm like, oh, she went there. And so fast in the video. But I really think that having something that you can see the texture on the art piece, that you can see the depth of paint, I think all brush strokes, all those things are really important. So it's not that you have to spend a lot of money, but you do have to be careful about what you buy. So I actually love to shop on Amazon. They have some great options on there. I think you could also buy framed art, something that you want to paint over even sometimes. I go to Home Goods for the really big canvases, and sometimes I paint over them. I do that all the time. I did that recently in the Otis building. I had a big art piece, and I just painted a lot of the ones that I used in that project. Ultimately, the most important thing is to upsize your art, because having little small pieces is very busy. It can look a little bit cluttered on the wall. I think laying down a neutral rug really upgrades your space. Now, a lot of people are nervous when I say neutral rug because they're like, it's gonna get dirty. Well, you need to just buy the Bizzle. I have this Bizzle, the carpet cleaner I bought off of Amazon, and it is amazing. I've got all light rugs in my own home. I think a neutral rug really just helps elevate your space. I think that a lot of times if your rugs are really busy or they have a lot of pattern or a lot of color in them, it's too much for the eye to see. And it's a little bit of a trick of the trade. It's not that big patterns and color, those things are necessarily a downgrade. Sometimes those things can cost more money for sure than the neutral rug. But a neutral rug is an easy go-to for me that I know will read more luxurious to the eye. One of the easiest things you can do in your home to create a more luxurious look is to steam out your bedding. I know I'm never popular when I say that, but grab it out of your dryer, wash it, dry it, grab it right out of the dryer. And even still, a lot of times there's some wrinkles that are left in it. It's not that you have to steam your bedding every single day, but when you go and change out your sheets and your bedding, steaming out the duvet especially, and even just the sheets to make sure that the flat sheet is really laid and, you know, looks ironed and nice and neat. These things make a huge difference. We never complete a project without steaming the bedding, ever. We steam the pillows, we steam the bedding, the duvet, and you just really don't want to have a bunch of like wrinkles in it. I think it just looks really messy. It looks unkept, and it's a little bit like wearing a shirt with lots of wrinkles, like you just grabbed it, you know, out of the laundry bin or something. That doesn't read luxurious. And so you can take the items that you already have without even spending any more money and just use your steamer. I'll link up the one that I have that I like. My husband, we have quite a few. My husband has a favorite, so I'll link up his too. He has one that he likes and I have one that I like. But either way, steamers are a big part of installations for us because we want the bedroom to look complete and finished and very elevated. And even if we're using a less expensive product, this hack just works. I always leave all of the links for these items down in the show notes. You just need to hit more underneath the video and you'll be able to find all of the links. Down there, I always link up videos that I think that you will really love. You'll see playlists there, and you'll also see my mood boards, because those are really nice because they give you a lot of ideas. If you just feel like you don't know quite how to put these things together that we're talking about, and you're really struggling about what style you really love, I love to give you a lot of ideas, and those are free. You can shop them if you want to, but also just get ideas from them and lots of inspiration. And I always leave all that down below in the show notes for you. It may seem really simple, but a lot of people just don't do it, and that is adding a vase. It is the simplest thing to me, and I just love adding vases anyways, so this one's a little bit hard for me to understand because I'm like, how can you not own a vase? But I go into people's homes all the time and they don't own vases, or they don't own a nice sculptural vase. They just maybe own some little bud vase, or just maybe something that they got, you know, when they were in the hospital, and it's a clear vase or something. That's not the worst thing to have at least some sort of vase, but I really suggest looking at some that have a more sculptural feel to them, something that will really elevate the feel of your space. A vase can do a lot for you because it acts as decor even if you don't put anything in it. But then you can, I think you need a stash, personally. I think you need a vase for pretty much every room of your house, and have some fun shopping around. Again, check my Amazon storefront because I do share a lot. We recently did an Amazon video as well. If you missed that one, finds under $100. There's a lot of vases out there that you don't have to spend a lot of money, but they will look really high end. I try to look for something that has a sculptural shape to it, something that is decor just standing alone. And then of course, I think adding greenery into your vases really does give you a very elevated feel. You don't have to have a lot of stuff in a room to create a really luxurious feel. In fact, a lot of times having it pared back creates a more luxe feel in a space. So those few pieces that you do put into your rooms can make a big difference. So think about buying something that's a little bit larger, something that you could put some olive branches in, maybe even some florals that you might get for a special occasion. I think having a little stash of these that you move around your house will really just keep it fresh, help your rooms to feel a little bit more elevated, and I think that you will love the result. A very big thing that we do pretty much in every project, I don't think we've ever done a project and not done this. I think every project, maybe one, but pretty much every project we ever do, one of the biggest things that we do is we change out the chandelier. So if your space isn't feeling super upgraded, it could be the chandelier. It could be the overhead lighting that's just kind of deflating the space. I like to go oversized a lot of times with the overhead lights, whether they're chandeliers or even if they're just a flush mount or a semi-flush mount. Upgrading that lighting makes a huge difference. It really does make a big difference in helping your space feel upgraded. I was thinking about when we first moved into our own house and some of the lighting that was in our house, and it just didn't have a very modern luxe feel to it. And so I have systematically gone through each of these rooms. Of course, we've made some other upgrades to them, such as paint and adding our own furnishings. but every room in my house and pretty much every one of my clients, they always get new lighting. And lighting can be expensive, and I am 100% guilty of loving to splurge a little bit on my lighting. However, somewhere like West Elm actually has a lot of really affordable options that are beautiful. If you have a little bit more money to spend, of course, you can go for some designer lighting. I love Regina Andrews because hers are actually fairly affordable, even though they are designer lights. However, you can also check out West Elm and also check out Amazon. I think it's a great place. I shop there all the time, and even Home Depot actually is a great place to look. You're just wanting to look for something that's a little bit bigger. Keeping that chandelier or overhead light too small really does downgrade the space. You want to go for something that's bold, go for something that'll really have a voice in your room and in your design, and I think it'll really help to give you a much more sophisticated feel. And people always ask when I talk about this, is there a certain finish that you have to use? I don't think so. I definitely wouldn't do anything that's like overly glossy. Like sometimes gold just looks cheap. I think when it comes, look at it and say, does it look expensive or not to you? I think upgrading your kitchen handles is a really big change that a lot of people just kind of forget about. It's almost like so many people talked about it for so long that we just forget that it's just the easiest and simplest thing. Of course, you can spend a ton of money switching out the handles in your kitchen, but Home Depot is a great place. I buy little door knobs and handles from them, drawer pulls from them all the time, whether it's your kitchen or your bathroom or even just a piece of furniture that you have where the handle isn't very nice. Simply upgrading those handles will make a really big difference, and it's very inexpensive, but it just really affects the overall feel of the room. And switching out the color sometimes can be just a nice little upgrade. I personally love to go with something that's a little bit more slimlined. I think that looks more luxurious, but just pick something that you love and that you'll really enjoy, and that will make your space feel luxurious to you. Upgrade your pillow game. I think you should be upgrading your pillow game. A lot of times people don't even have pillows, and sometimes they have pillows that look like a dog is eating them. I mean, I've got a dog, I get it, right? Like sometimes they just get worn out. Sometimes they have the fiber fill that just has like big chunks inside of it, and it's just kind of like, ooh, like that does not look tempting to sit with. So I think upgrading your pillow game starts with the inserts. Going for the down inserts will make a huge difference. But even if you're working on a tight budget, adding pillows from places like H&M or Amazon will really help to really elevate your sofa, your chairs, your bed. Any space can really, well, not any space, you wouldn't want to put them in the tub, but a pillow really can upgrade a lot of your spaces. I think going for materials like velvet, actually linen, I think looks really, really nice. I think cottons can work as well. If you missed that video recently, we just did a big H&M haul and showed those products in our own house to be able to show you guys. I've got some sitting back here. I've got the mix of pillows. You don't need a lot, just a couple pillows in your space, whether it's your studio or it's your living room. A couple pillows will go a long way. Now, every time we talk about this, somebody writes in and says, well, the sofa beneath it does matter too, and my sofa looks terrible. And I'm like, oh, well, that is a good point. You might need to upgrade your sofa, which is not the cheapest thing to do, but you can have a huge impact by switching out your sofa. It's much like anything. If a piece is completely worn out and it's got holes in it, it's damaged, if we don't have the money, I'll just put a throw down and, you know, cover some of that stuff. But sometimes it's just too far gone and the fabric is faded and the cushions are just worn out, and you just need to replace it. Because it doesn't really matter what pillow you put on it if the sofa isn't very nice, right? So if you're trying to work on a really strict budget, I think shopping at places like IKEA, actually that's a great place to look for a sofa, because they do have really affordable options that are actually quite chic looking. We shop at IKEA all the time. We have an entire playlist for it. It's because I love it. I love the democratization of design and that they share that ethos. I love that everyone can have a beautiful home. So I would check IKEA as a great place. Of course, there are places like Amazon. I tend to upgrade that sofa. If I'm gonna do IKEA, I'll go there, or a lot of times I'll say go to West Elm, because you're just gonna get a much more quality piece from somewhere like West Elm or Pottery Barn. Amazon, it's a little bit hard because I've ordered stuff, and if I didn't like it, they want to charge you the same amount that it cost to ship it back. So that's really frustrating, and hopefully they will get that figured out. But I personally would check out West Elm and Pottery Barn or IKEA if you really need to, if you're needing to go ahead and upgrade that sofa. Those are great places to look. Another upgrade that I love to make, and I think it does make a difference, we talked about that throw blanket, but I really think that a throw blanket really can create a very sophisticated feel in your rooms. It's a tool for me that it's like breathing. There's like always throw blankets everywhere for me. I just really like them. You can just kind of lay them down and just kind of do like a thrown down kind of look for a more casual look. You can fold them very neatly and place them over the arms, but they really do upgrade your space. The sofa will look better, the bed will look better, the chairs are gonna look better. Everything just looks more sophisticated, but also very luxurious. And I think that's really important, at least to me. I want it to feel like a space that I just want to really enjoy and use. And I think that's a big part when people think that a space to look expensive must be uncomfortable. It's not gonna be a space that you feel like you can actually live in, but I don't think that's really true. Now, finally, I think adding some beautiful accessories to your space really makes a big difference. We already talked about the vase, but I think there's that next level. Like, I think having some books is one of the things that you really just need. A couple nice big books per room can really make a really big difference in the way that you see and enjoy the room. I've even bought accessories like these off of Amazon. I buy accessories off of Amazon all the time when I'm trying to work on a tight budget. They really do have a lot of options. I've even gotten this insane bowl off of there just recently. So I buy accessories off of Amazon all the time. And I think just having a couple books, a vase, and a couple accessories, you can decorate your coffee table, you can decorate your bookshelves, your sideboards, your console tables, your nightstands. You can make a really big difference with just a few things that really just kind of dress up the space. I think it's kind of like wearing a pair of earrings when you've got an outfit that's got, you know, a few pieces, and just really kind of finishing it off. That's what accessories really do. And those finishing touches really do add a feeling of luxury. So I try to look for things that are a little bit bigger, go for bigger size and less quantity. I think that really reads more luxurious and will really help your space to feel more expensive, even if you haven't spent a lot of money. So I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. I hope it's given you lots of ideas. More than anything, we always hope that our videos will leave you feeling super inspired and excited to create your home around you and to take that leap to investing in yourself and believing that your home is that space that is worth investing in, because it's your home, it's your haven, it's where you relax, it's where you rejuvenate, it's where you celebrate. It's such an important thing. That's why we're just so passionate about it. So I hope I've left you feeling super inspired, and so much so that you will want to hit subscribe, become one of our subscribers. It just means that you're helping the channel grow and more video content will come your way. So thank you so much for joining me for today. I'm gonna leave all the links for the items I've shown you in today's video down below in the show notes. I always do that for you. And I'll link up where you can also shop my mood boards. It just gives you a lot of ideas. That way you can see how things work together, what colors really jump out at you, what really excites you. And that way you'll have lots of ideas, and usually they're shoppable as well if there's something you want to be able to buy off of them. But yes, thank you again for stopping in, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.